Hey guys, it's Darbus here, and I want to make a video about something that I've been trying to avoid for quite a while, but recently I've just decided that I really want to talk about this whole thing, and hopefully you guys don't really mind. You can completely disregard this video if you want to and go somewhere else, but I won't blame you. This is about YouTube. I just want people to be nice to each other. So I've tried recording this 2 times before. The first time was not very good. I was kind of vague about what I was talking about, and the second time I was way over the top just shouting. It was awful, and it's not like me at all to really get up and really aggressive about these sorts of things, but I think this sort of topic really doesn't need someone to be shouting about it. It needs someone to have a fairly tamed discussion about the whole situation. YouTube's changed. You can say that YouTube hasn't changed, but you would be dumb, and you should really have a observation at what has changed on YouTube over the past several years. My channel's 5 years old. I've seen people change. I've seen whole communities change. I've seen phases pass. I've seen a lot of things happen on YouTube. So yes, YouTube really has changed, but is it for the good or for the bad? It's kind of hard to tell at the moment. I'll kind of touch on this in a moment, but first I want to talk about the YouTube greed video I made the other day. If you try to avoid that because of the title, the video isn't what you think it's about. So basically, the whole video, if you didn't watch it, is about YouTube communities. Not about YouTube content creators, but communities instead. Well, I guess it is kind of about content creators now I think about it. But the whole reason for the video was because I go on to full screen social account, well, social pages, things, communities, that's the one, and on Facebook groups. And the people on some of these groups are disgusting. They promote the channel, they don't care about anyone else but themselves, and it's just an all-round bad place to be, and it's really horrible to associate yourself amongst these people, because you really do get a sense of grossness when you're around these things, and it's not a nice feeling to have. If you did watch the video, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. People on there are horrible. All they really care about is themselves. They want sub for sub. They want to grow their channel as much as they can. Their methods of doing it are completely wrong and stupid, but it's up to them. If they want to destroy their channels by having a bunch of fake subscribers, then by all means go and do that. But I've seen someone who's had a fake account with thousands of subscribers, but they get like 10 views and like 60 likes on a video, and every single video was like that, and I found it really stupid that you'd even attempt to do something like that. So the point I want to make about this video is that YouTubers, this video is going to be about YouTubers because this is getting ridiculous. YouTubers seem to just want to care about themselves, and they want to get as much money in as possible. This isn't just in light of the latest CSGO Lotto situation that happened recently. This is about everything that's gone on over the past several months to the past year. As a few examples, channels are willing to destroy each other just so they could get a higher rank, more views, more money. It's a very money central place that I don't really want to be associated with much longer. I mean, I love YouTube. YouTube is a great place. I've met some awesome people. Some people that I've met, I'm just so grateful to have met on YouTube because they're really nice people. But it's ridiculous. So I'm just gonna come out and straight say all of it. YouTubers. A lot of YouTubers are incredibly greedy. They're incredibly selfish. They don't care about any predicament they get into. They just think that because it's on YouTube, it's fine and they can get away with it. No, the law's the law. You harass someone, you get arrested for it. You do something really shady and you try to do something that would normally be illegal. Yes, it is still illegal, even though it is on YouTube, and you will get arrested for it. If you start doing YouTube for just the views and money, people will find out and they will find you to be disgusting. Don't do it. Do YouTube because you love doing it. Forget about the money. Who gives 2 fucks about how much money people get in? I said I was going to be calm about this, and I'll calm down, I swear. And the thing is, it's not only YouTube content creators that are getting a ton of negative views on. It's also the communities. Communities can be just as bad, if not worse. Communities are supposed to support each other. YouTubers are supposed to support each other. We're in this whole conglomerate of greed, and it's just getting disgusting. And I don't understand why it's gotten so bad that even communities can be foul and horrible and even worse than the actual content creators themselves. I love my community. My community is really nice. I love talking to people in it. It's a really nice time to just like sit around and talk to people in comment sections and things in my videos, because the people in my community are just really nice, and I just love them. They're great. But there's some YouTubers with really bad, horrible communities, and I don't want to do anything about it, and then the community mentality like flows over to other content creators' videos that don't want it, and it's kind of disgusting. I don't really get people giving me negative comments and whatever, and I'm kind of grateful for that. But I don't know, I'm kind of done talking about communities, because communities are destructive. You do something wrong with a community that belongs to a channel and they can destroy you. But I want to get back onto talking about content creators again, because there's a lot of shady YouTubers that are really horrible people. Some people seem to have changed, but they're still kind of really shady about what they do. But one thing I hear about over and over and over again is even if I didn't earn this much money on my channel, I still would be doing it, which we all know is a lie. If you didn't earn this much money, you would go get another job. Let's be honest, because when YouTube started, there wasn't the motivation to be getting as much money as possible, because YouTube monetization wasn't even a thing until a few years after it was actually launched. So up until that point, people were literally doing this for fun. Then people started to take advantage, and people start to earn money, get sponsorships, get even more money, get a horrible fan base, and everything just got really gross. But I think this year and 2015 have been the worst years for YouTube content creators and the reputation of YouTube itself. I think the reputation of YouTubers and YouTube as a website has started to get the reputation of only people that want to earn money want to be on YouTube, which is starting to become the case, and it's kind of sad to see that people don't really care about actually making content that they love to make. This whole situation blew over not long after it happened, but the other day I was talking to someone who had joined the Gamers Who YouTube Facebook group, and I was just like saying that people in the group tend to not link drop because we care more about being a community than link dropping and only really caring about our own channels. This guy flipped his shit and he went insane. He went completely insane, and he said, "Do you really think I give a fuck about this group? I was here just to promote my channel, and if faggots like you are going to act like a boss because I was trying to act good, well then, motherfucker, go ahead and remove me. Let's see if I give a fuck." I don't know if it was something I said, because I was rather clear and I was kind of just joking around with one of the comments I made, which was pretty obvious if you read the thing properly. But it's the mentality that some channels have that is really scary, and I don't like it. By the way, me and this guy are fine now. It was just a misunderstanding, and it was all sorted out after a while, so we're fine now. I just remember the days when YouTubers wanted to coexist with each other and help each other out a bunch, and it was a really good time to see people having just a lot of fun. And sure, there was this one point where AVGN and I8Gamer had this feud thing, but no one said anything about it, and it was all under wraps and it was over. Someone asked AVGN what he thought about I8Gamer, and he just said if he doesn't acknowledge, well, if he doesn't think that I exist, then I won't think that he exists, and something like that. But at the time it was just fun. But now YouTube drama is just blown out of proportion. Everything that has to do with YouTube is blown completely out of proportion. But as time has gone on YouTube, and it's just changed into this really weird conglomerate of people that want to earn as much money as possible, it's kind of horrible to be around. I think the worst part about everything that's going on so far is that channels will go so far as to DDoS each other, knock each other offline, swat each other. It's ridiculous that people go to such lengths to pretty much just try and destroy other people's lives. And for what? Because you don't like their content? Because they said something you don't agree with? So you're gonna try and swat them and destroy their whole life? Either that, or you're gonna leak their personal information, you're gonna leak DMs or Skype information or people's home addresses, or you're going to influence people to do it for you. Really, the people in this community at the moment are completely despicable. The fact that this is something that people would be willing to do for a joke or just to spite someone else is completely ridiculous. One more thing I want to talk about that I didn't get to talk about in a YouTube Greed video was that a few weeks ago I was talking to this kid. I have no idea how old he was. He was obviously a kid. He was new to YouTube. This whole thing was brand new to him, and he was trying to make his channel big for some reason. So I went up to this kid in the comments of his post he made on full screen, was like, "Hey, this isn't the best thing to really do. You shouldn't primarily be focusing on growing your channel and getting random people to subscribe to you because you tell them to, and sub for sub just generally doesn't work because it's stupid. And he was like, okay, and then he started messaging me and then talking to me. And one thing that I found weird was that he asked me how much money I was earning, which had nothing to do with a conversation, so I just shot him down and said, that has nothing to do with this. I'm just saying that you shouldn't be, like, sub for subbing people. It's dumb. Don't do it. And the second thing that I found really dumb was literally not long after I had said what I'd said, someone else commented saying that he'd subscribed, and the kid that I was talking to was like, okay, I'll do the same. Literally, this doesn't get through people's heads that you shouldn't be doing this. It kills your channel. If you really care about trying to work on YouTube and you legitimately want to get somewhere and you want to make your channel because you love doing it, don't do sub for sub. Please don't. It's just dumb. It gets you nowhere. It's full of dead numbers and it means absolutely nothing. But it makes me sad that I even said this right to this guy. Like, I was in a DM conversation with him when we're like talking backwards and forwards for like an hour or so, and it just didn't get through to him. I even said, do this because you love it, and he agreed and he went on his merry way and kept doing sub for sub. I don't understand people's fascination with sub for sub. I legitimately don't. I mean, I legitimately want to help people's channels. I want to help them as much as I can. I want to give them hints. I want to give them tips on what to improve on a channel, but I don't want to see them destroy it by giving sub for people. That and botting. Botting is ridiculous. Don't bot, because there's no satisfaction in either sub for sub or bots. And the reason I say this is because my channel's 5 years old. When I first started my channel, I was an incredibly shy person that I didn't really say much things. I kept myself to myself a lot, and because of YouTube, I was able to improve my speech skills, to my communication skills. I swear it has improved, but I improved my communication skills with people, and there's been other skills as well that I've been able to improve because I've been able to make these videos, and I've been able to do these things that I wouldn't have been able to normally. And there's not this satisfaction that you're going to get if you do sub for sub, because it's not there. It's an artificial feeling, and you're not getting the exact same thing that you would get normally. You see, people think there's only two things to get into YouTube for, which is the fame and money, and it's a lot more deeper than that. You get a lot more experience out of it than you would expect you would, and you should really consider those sorts of things before you even start making your channel. There's so many things that can happen, and you just take everything into account. Take every experience you have with every single person into account, because trust me, when you look back on your channel and you see everything that's happened over the years, you're going to have this really awesome feeling of not nostalgia. You get this awesome feeling when you look back and compare yourself then to comparing yourself now. You were unprofessional back then. You were shy. There was a lot of things that you wouldn't have done then that you do now, and YouTube can give a lot more than you guys think, and I think some people should really take that into account. I don't know. I just really wanted to talk about this. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to or not, but hey, you know what? I need to get that YouTube revenue. If someone says that I haven't disabled things on this, so I was only getting it for the money. Look, the full screen monetization thing, it doesn't allow me to disable adverts at all. I can toggle what is being shown, but I can't toggle on and off what, like, if a video is monetized or not. If I want to do that, I have to do it on my phone, like upload the video from my phone, but otherwise it's automatically monetized and I cannot turn it off. So I'm turning the monetization off as much as I can, but I can't turn it off completely because I'm not allowed to. So even MCNs want to get as much money from YouTube as possible. Can we just not care about money so much anymore and just make content because of the sake of making content? That's what YouTube was about. It's making content, and now it's just become a battleground. I don't know. If you have any opinions about this, then voice it below. I'd be really interested to see what you have to say about it. I don't know. I don't really make videos about this. I'm not Phil DeFranco. I'm not Boogie. I'm not fucking Drama Alert or whatever. I just wanted to make this stupid video because I wanted to voice my opinion. So if you wanted to do the same, then leave a comment below. I just don't want to see YouTube devolve into this money hungry machine that just wants to make money and not care about making videos. It's just sad to see. But yeah, so thank you very much for watching it. This is a really stupid video, and yeah, so feel free to disregard this. I'd be more than happy if you did. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, see you guys.